Welcome to our channel. Today we embark on a journey into the depths of power, a journey guided by 12 essential laws. These laws are not mere suggestions, but timeless principles observed throughout history, revealing the intricate dance between those who wield power and those who succumb to it. In a world awash with distractions and manipulations, understanding these laws becomes paramount. This isn't about achieving dominance for dominance's sake, but about navigating the complexities of life and relationships with awareness and strategic intelligence. Let's begin to unravel these laws, and in doing so, equip ourselves with the wisdom to protect ourselves, advance our goals, and ultimately, master the art of power. In the vast chessboard of life, your reputation is your castle, the cornerstone of your power. It precedes you, whispering tales of your might and influencing the actions of friend and foe alike. A formidable reputation, carefully cultivated and fiercely guarded, can intimidate enemies before a single word is spoken. But beware, for reputation is a double-edged sword. Just as it can elevate you to unimaginable heights, it can be your undoing. A single crack in its facade, a whisper of scandal or doubt, can bring your carefully constructed edifice crashing down. Your enemies, ever vigilant for weakness, will exploit any vulnerability in your reputation. They understand that a direct attack is often futile against a strong fortress. Instead, they will resort to insidious whispers, spreading rumors and half-truths designed to chip away at your credibility. Therefore, vigilance is paramount. Be relentless in guarding your reputation, anticipating potential attacks, and silencing dissent before it gains momentum. Remember, a single well-aimed arrow of truth can deflect 1,000 arrows of lies. And while you are constructing your fortress, remember that the most effective defense is often a calculated offense. Just as your enemies seek to exploit your vulnerabilities, you must learn to exploit theirs. By strategically revealing their weaknesses and exposing their hypocrisy, you can dismantle their reputations, leaving them vulnerable to the court of public opinion. We are creatures of the senses, drawn to the bright, the bold, and the captivating. In a world overflowing with information and vying for attention, blending in is a fate worse than obscurity. It is to be forgotten entirely. To rise above the mundane, you must master the art of commanding attention. Embrace boldness, not for the sake of vanity, but as a strategic tool. Make your presence felt, your ideas heard, and your image impossible to ignore. Think of the peacock, unashamedly displaying its vibrant plumage. It understands that attention is a currency, and a spectacular display attracts admiration, resources, and opportunity. Cultivate an air of mystery, for what is unseen sparks curiosity and invites speculation. A carefully crafted persona, a hint of the enigmatic, will draw people to you, eager to unravel the enigma you present. Never underestimate the power of first impressions. In a crowded room, it is the bold statement, the unexpected gesture that will linger in the minds of those you seek to influence. Cultivate a presence that exudes confidence, competence, and a touch of the unconventional. Remember, the world will readily overlook the timid and the unassuming. Dare to be different, to stand out from the crowd and watch as the spotlight finds you. Time and energy are your most precious resources. To squander them on tasks that others can handle is to diminish your own power and limit your potential. The truly powerful understand the art of delegation, of leveraging the skills and efforts of others to achieve their goals. Think of a masterful chess player, strategically maneuvering pieces across the board. Each piece, while possessing its own strengths and limitations, ultimately serves the player's grand strategy. So too should you view those around you. Identify their strengths, their unique talents and expertise, and utilize them to your advantage. Delegate tasks strategically, ensuring that each contributes to your overall objectives. But delegation is not simply about offloading work. It is about cultivating an aura of efficiency and mastery. By surrounding yourself with capable individuals, you create the impression of effortless accomplishment. And when success is achieved, as it inevitably will be, it is you who will reap the rewards. The contributions of your helpers will fade into the background, while you, the architect of victory, will be lauded for your vision and leadership. Remember, to do everything yourself is to limit your potential. Embrace the power of delegation and watch as your influence and accomplishments multiply. Chapter 4, Law 8, The Art of the Lure, Drawing Power to You. In any contest of power, the one who dictates the terms of engagement holds a decisive advantage. To engage on your opponent's terms is to cede the initiative, to be reactive instead of proactive. True mastery lies in drawing your opponent into your web, compelling them to abandon their plans and react to your moves. Think of the spider, patiently weaving its web, each silken thread part of a larger, deadly design. It does not chase its prey, but waits, confident that its intricate trap will secure its next meal. Like the spider, you must become a master of baiting your opponents, of luring them with the promise of something they desperately desire. This could be the allure of wealth, the seduction of influence, or the irresistible pull of fulfilling a deeply held desire. Once your opponent is ensnared by your bait, they become vulnerable. Their focus narrows, their judgment clouded by the glittering prize you dangle before them. They become predictable, their actions easily anticipated and manipulated. This is not to say that deception is the only tool at your disposal. Sometimes, the most effective bait is the promise of a mutually beneficial partnership. By aligning your opponent's interests with your own, you can create a win-win scenario, at least superficially, that serves your ultimate goals. Remember, the most powerful players are often those who seem to effortlessly orchestrate events from the shadows, drawing others to them like moths to a flame. Master the art of the lure, and you will find yourself holding the cards in the game of power. Chapter 5. Law 9, Actions Speak Louder, the Futility of Argument. In the realm of power, words are often deceptive, a smokescreen concealing true intentions. Arguments, while intellectually stimulating, rarely yield lasting changes in opinion. More often than not, they serve only to entrench opposing views, breeding resentment and solidifying resistance. Remember, people are creatures of habit, their beliefs deeply ingrained and resistant to change. A frontal assault on their convictions, no matter how logically sound, is likely to be met with defensiveness and hostility. Instead of engaging in futile debates, strive to persuade through your actions. Let your deeds be your arguments, your successes, the most compelling evidence of your capabilities. Think of the master craftsman who lets the quality of their work speak for itself. They do not need to boast of their skills or belittle the efforts of others. Their creations stand as a testament to their mastery, silencing all doubt. By demonstrating your competence, your integrity, and your ability to deliver on your promises, you earn the trust and respect of others. This silent persuasion, rooted in tangible results, is far more effective than any eloquent argument. Remember, the world is full of noise, of empty rhetoric and hollow promises. Rise above the cacophony by letting your actions speak for themselves. It is through deeds, not words, that true power is wielded. Chapter 6. Law 10, The Contagion of Misery. Choose your company wisely. We are all susceptible to the subtle influences of our environment, to the energy and emotions of those around us. Just as a single spark can ignite a raging inferno, so too can negativity and misfortune spread like a contagion, infecting those in their path. Be wary of those who exude an aura of chronic unhappiness, for their misery is often a symptom of deeper flaws, a lack of discipline, poor judgment, or a victim mentality. Their negativity can seep into your own outlook, gradually eroding your confidence and enthusiasm. Remember, associating with the chronically unfortunate is not an act of compassion, but a recipe for disaster. Their misfortune can become your own, their bad luck a weight dragging you down. Instead, gravitate towards the radiant, the successful, and the optimistic. Their energy is infectious in the most positive sense, inspiring you to reach for greater heights and reminding you of the abundance that life has to offer. Think of a garden. Plant yourself among vibrant flowers and you will thrive. Surround yourself with weeds and you will wither. The company you keep is a reflection of your values and your aspirations. Choose wisely, for it can either propel you towards success or drag you down into the abyss of despair. Chapter 7. Law 11, The Golden Chains of Dependence. True power is not about brute force or tyrannical control, but about the subtle art of making yourself indispensable. When you are needed, when others depend on you for their well-being and success, you hold a position of immense influence. Think of a skilled physician whose knowledge and expertise are sought after by those seeking to alleviate their suffering. Their patients, dependent on their care, willingly submit to their guidance and trust their judgment. Strive to become the indispensable expert in your chosen field. Cultivate a unique set of skills, a depth of knowledge that others lack. Make yourself the go-to person, the one with the answers, the solutions, the connections that others desperately need, but be wary of giving away your knowledge too freely. While it is important to share your expertise, to establish yourself as a thought leader, be mindful of maintaining your edge. The goal is not to create competitors, but to foster a sense of dependence. Remember, the more others rely on you, the more freedom you possess. You become the puppet master, subtly guiding their actions, influencing their decisions, and shaping their destinies. Chapter 8. Law 12. The Trojan Horse, Disarming with Honesty. In the game of power, appearances can be deceiving. Those who appear most trustworthy often harbor ulterior motives, their smiles masking a calculated strategy. To navigate this treacherous terrain, you must master the art of selective honesty. Think of the Trojan horse, a symbol of cunning and deception. Its innocent exterior concealed a deadly surprise, allowing the Greeks to breach the impenetrable walls of Troy. Like the Greeks, you can use the appearance of honesty to disarm your opponents, to lull them into a false sense of security. A well-timed act of generosity, a display of vulnerability, can effectively lower the guard of even the most suspicious individuals. Once you have gained their trust, their defenses crumble, and they become vulnerable to your influence. You can plant ideas, shape their perceptions, and manipulate their actions without arousing suspicion. However, be warned, selective honesty is a delicate dance. Overuse it and you risk becoming predictable, even pathetic. Use it sparingly, strategically, and always with a clear objective in mind. Remember, the most effective deceptions are often shrouded in a veneer of truth. Master the art of the Trojan horse, and you will find yourself able to breach even the most formidable defenses. Chapter 9. Law 13. The Art of Effortless Accomplishment. In a world that often equates struggle with virtue, there is a certain power in making the difficult seem effortless. Those who move through life with an air of ease, their accomplishments appearing as natural extensions of their being, command respect and admiration. Think of the graceful swan gliding effortlessly across the water, its movements a study in elegance and poise. Beneath the surface, however, its webbed feet paddle furiously, propelling it forward. Like the swan, you must learn to conceal the effort, the discipline, and the strategic calculations that underpin your successes. Let your accomplishments appear as if they were achieved with minimal exertion, as if they were merely a byproduct of your inherent brilliance. This is not to say that you should shy away from hard work. On the contrary, mastery in any field requires relentless dedication and countless hours of practice. However, once you have attained a certain level of proficiency, you must learn to make it look effortless. Never reveal the tricks of your trade, the shortcuts you've discovered, or the sacrifices you've made. To do so is to diminish the perceived value of your accomplishments and to invite unwanted scrutiny. Remember, the world is drawn to those who appear to possess an effortless grace, a natural talent that sets them apart. Master the art of making the difficult seem easy, and you will find yourself elevated to a position of power and influence. Chapter 10. Law 14. The Friendly Spy, Gathering Intelligence. In the battlefield of life, knowledge is power. To operate blindly, without a clear understanding of the motivations and intentions of those around you, is to invite disaster. Master the art of gathering intelligence, of becoming a silent observer, a collector of whispers and unspoken truths. Think of the chameleon, blending seamlessly into its surroundings, its keen eyes absorbing every detail. It gathers information without drawing attention to itself, its knowledge a source of survival in a hostile world. Like the chameleon, you must become adept at moving through social situations with a keen awareness of your surroundings. Listen more than you speak, observe body language, and pay attention to the subtle cues that reveal hidden agendas. Cultivate friendships strategically, not out of genuine affection, but as a means of gaining access to valuable information. Become a confidant, a trusted advisor, someone in whom others feel comfortable confiding their secrets and revealing their weaknesses. However, be careful not to become a gossip or a rumor monger. Your goal is not to spread misinformation, but to gather intelligence that you can use to your advantage. Remember, knowledge is a weapon, And the more you possess, the more formidable you become. Master the art of the friendly spy, and you will find yourself several steps ahead of your rivals, able to anticipate their moves and outmaneuver their strategies. Chapter 11. Law 15. Total annihilation, leaving no room for revenge. In the realm of power, there are times when mercy is not a virtue but a strategic liability. To hesitate, to allow a defeated enemy to lick their wounds and plot their revenge is to invite future conflict and jeopardize your own position. Think of a wildfire, raging through a forest, consuming everything in its path. A single ember left smoldering beneath the ashes is all it takes to reignite the inferno more destructive than before. Like the wildfire, you must learn to be ruthless in your dealings with those who threaten your power. Half measures, while seemingly compassionate, only serve to prolong the conflict and increase the likelihood of future attacks. When you strike, strike decisively, aiming for total annihilation. Crush your enemies, not only physically but psychologically. Dismantle their support systems, discredit their ideas, and leave them utterly defeated with no hope of resurgence. This is not a call to gratuitous violence or cruelty. It is a recognition that in the ruthless game of power, sentimentality can be your undoing. To hesitate to show weakness is to invite exploitation. Remember, a wounded animal is often the most dangerous. Ensure that your enemies are not merely wounded, but utterly destroyed, incapable of posing any further threat to your reign. Chapter 12. Law 16. The power of absence, creating scarcity. In a world saturated with information and overflowing with choices, familiarity breeds indifference. We take for granted the constant presence, the readily available and the easily accessible. To maintain your power, to cultivate an aura of respect and desirability, you must master the art of absence. Think of a rare diamond, its value amplified by its scarcity. It is not found in abundance, but hidden deep within the earth, its discovery a cause for celebration. Like the diamond, you must make yourself a rare and precious commodity, limit your availability, withdraw from the public eye, and resist the temptation to overexpose yourself. Your absence will spark curiosity, generating whispers of speculation and longing. People will begin to appreciate your presence more, valuing your insights, your company, and your contributions. This is not about becoming a recluse or isolating yourself completely. It is about strategic withdrawal, about creating a sense of longing and anticipation. Appear when your presence will have the greatest impact, and withdraw when your absence will be felt most keenly. Remember, what is abundant is often undervalued. Make yourself scarce, and you will find that your value increases exponentially. And there you have it, 12 laws of power distilled from the annals of history to guide you through the labyrinth of human relations. Remember, these laws are not a guarantee of success, nor are they an endorsement of unethical behavior. They are, however, a reflection of the realities of power, of the timeless strategies employed by those who seek to shape the world according to their will. Internalize these laws, study them, and apply them judiciously. As you navigate the complexities of life, remember that power is not inherently good or evil. It is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for noble or nefarious purposes. Ultimately, the choice is yours. In the words of the ancient philosopher Seneca,